Hey, my name is Harrison, and this is the second devlog of the horror game I'm making, Wastelands. And I have done quite a lot since the last time I did the devlog. It's been a little over a week now, and I'm getting this out because I'm going on I'm trying to get this devlog out because I'll be on vacation for 10 days after this, so it'll probably be a while before the next devlog. But anyway, let's just get right into it. So, one big thing I focused on doing this time was adding better graphics to the game. So, some of the models, I'd say probably like maybe 40% of the models I made, 60% of the models I just were free models from the asset store, because there were just some things I didn't want to model. We'll start with what I modeled first, though. I modeled a yeah, okay. I modeled a flashlight, so that way it doesn't look stupid. I also changed stuff up a bit. I changed a lot of things, but the flashlight, when you get near stuff now, walls, there's another light, so that way, because before the only light you'd be seeing right now was just that spotlight there, but I made it so when you get close enough it kind of has like another light, which is pretty helpful. um what else did I model? I modeled this paper right here. Basically I just literally, like, in 3ds Max modeled a plane, made it a bit like wrinkly and stuff, then just UV unwrapped it and textured it. And when you press it, now you actually have a thing that pops up. So for the first paper, I just made like a little, I don't know if you could call it a poem, just something kind of creepy, I guess. This isn't from the book that this is, or the novel that I wrote that this is based off of. Batteries. I got the batteries and the candle from the Unity asset store. They were free, if I remember correctly. So battery you can pick up. I also made the graphics for the top right screen there. That's the battery draining thing, which actually works properly. Um, Basically, if you have all 5 of the, like, green stuff, I don't know what to call it. That's 100% battery. 75 is 4%. Um, 60% is 3. 40% is 2. 20% is 1, and then obviously none is 0. So I also do have the enemy around in this scene. I'm very happy. I finally fixed the particle effect phasing under the water by making the layer appear on top. Hold on, let me get around it so I can. Ooh, so I can show. Go away, Milan. Okay, it's gonna go bye now. Maybe. So what I did, I don't know, it might be hard to see on YouTube, but these little candles, like, kind of, you can see them in the distance, so you can try to go towards the light. Anyway, the door. This took forever to get working, but there's a door here, and this is the generator holder, which I need to make. This is just a prefab, this box. It'll actually be a full-on thing that'll hold the generator. But when you press it without a generator, it just says requires generator. Now this other light here, in the, oh god, right here, in the center. Okay, so there's a generator here. This is also like a, I got this from the Unity asset store. Same with the rocks, by the way. The rocks are from the asset store as well, because I did not want to model rocks. Bam, you can pick that up. So what I did to make that little thing on the bottom left of the screen that shows that you have it is essentially I just kind of took a screenshot in Unity of it and then just made it a sprite in Photoshop. Now let's go over to the door. And put this in. And it opens, and that is a thick door. Alright, and there's nothing over here yet. Oh, just fell through the map. I changed how the enemy detects if you're on an island or not, so it can't wander there. And well, basically the whole idea of having, I actually need to delete it. The land colliders, the whole enemy sense thing is basically like completely pointless. Because all I really have to do is, I figured out that if I grab, here we go, move areas, let me turn these on. Basically, these are just a bunch of shapes. You put them together, and then you bake it, and that's the wander area. So you just make it around the islands. I don't even have it going back there. and then it just can't get to the player, so it won't try to go in there. So yeah, that was the easiest way to do that. And then you can just turn those off so the player can't see them. Oh, I also did make the another something I did make was this texture here for the door. I made this, and then I also made let me see if I can just grab the yeah here. I'll just grab one of these. I also made this like muddy. I'm really proud of this texture actually. Actually, this is one of the better textures that I've made. Um, it's basically kind of like a mud texture, and I was really happy with how it turned out. I'm no like amazing texture designer, but this I spent a few hours on this one, and I'm really happy with how it looks in game as too. Um, and if anyone wants any of the stuff I made, just let me know. I can link it if anyone wants to use it. But yeah, and if anyone wants to use this texture, they can totally use it for free. I'm really happy with how it turned out. Anyway, yeah, I was happy with that. I also textured the flashlight fully. Those were all textures I made on the flashlight, which also when you turn the flashlight on, it also has a light that illuminates the flashlight a little bit so you can actually see when it's out. Um, so yeah, that's nice. It was a bit hard to get the like sounds to stop. Yeah, I think I did that in the last devlog. I did that already, but it was a bit trickier. I realized after making this that I'm gonna need to make my island shape simpler because how it senses that it needs to stop doing the water footsteps is with colliders entering and exiting. But I thought I could just put a bunch of colliders here and then it would work. But when it steps out of another into another, it just is a huge mess. It makes weird noises and crap. Um, but yeah, so I have to be a bit simpler with my shapes islands. I was able to get this shape working though, so yeah, that was nice. So now I'll kind of show you, I guess, how I did some of the things. I gotta say, the door, I thought the door would be, relatively simple to do. Just like, oh, just make an animation for the door. If they don't have a thing, they can't open it. If they do, they can't. No, it was not easy. And part of it is because I'm very inexperienced when it comes to working with the animator, so I really didn't know what I was doing at all, basically. But I can show you how it works. So I'll go into my scripts. This. Okay, so this is the no battery prompt. So basically, like if you press it and you don't have a battery, what it's going to, I guess, what it's going to show. Let it open up. Okay, so how this works is obviously I have text that pops up, and I'm using the same kind of tactic for time delay. And this is basically all this is doing is just it's checking if I don't have the battery or not, and if I don't have the battery, it's gonna pop the text up for whatever amount of seconds I have it set to, which is 2 seconds. And that's basically it. This is a really simple one. Let me find, let's see, door stuff. Here we go. So, here we go. Door sliding script. This is what I was wanting. Yeah, here we go. Door sliding. So, I have, oh yeah, how I did this is kind of stupid, because for the life of me, so, how it works in the animator, right? I have an animation where the door slides to here and stops. Well, slides to here. The issue is, in the animator, I could activate the animation so it did that, but then it would just teleport back to where it originally was, which was closed. My biggest problem with this was, for the life of me, I could not figure out in the animator, even after doing research, how to just get it to stop after the animation finishes, just stop in its current position. So what I ended up doing, and it may seem kind of stupid, is as soon as it finishes the animation, so right after 5 seconds, it spawns in an identical looking door with an identical texture in that exact spot. So it destroys the door with the animation on it. So then it just is, yeah, it's kind of dumb. But I'm using the same time delay stuff, and here I'm just saying if this, it's basically what this is doing when you, which I need to change what it's doing here actually. Basically, when you put the thing in, it spawns in a collider, and if you're in the collider, it opens the door, which is stupid because I can just reference the animation in the script directly, like, hey, as soon as you put this in, open the door. So I don't know why I did it that way. That's something I will change. Um, and this is the door collider script, which is, again, just, it's the stupid way of doing it. I don't know why I did it this way, but yeah. Let's see. What else did I have a lot of struggle with? Oh yeah. So the goddamn the particle effect for the enemy. I was having this issue basically where the enemy particle effect, what it would do is it'd be coming at you, right? But then randomly it would just phase under the water. You couldn't see anything. It would disappear. It was super annoying because then the player can't tell where the enemy's coming from. And I still need to do a lot of tweaking on the particle effect stuff. But I literally 30 minutes ago got this working in, and I'm now making this devlog. So what I ended up doing to fix this, if anyone else is having the problem of their particles like not appearing on top of something they want, uh, oh excuse me, the way to fix it is layers, and just like how you would do layers in a 2D game. So I'll show you if I can. Here we go. So where you do that is, I believe it's in render, and you need to make sure I made a water and bubbles layer, and the bubbles just appears above the water. So which is perfect because it actually like doesn't phase under water. You know, the water isn't covering it up randomly, and so it actually looks right. And what I'm thinking of doing actually is actually adding some gravity to this and making it so it can bounce off the water a bit and stuff, make it look more realistic, the bubbles. So I think that'll be kind of cool. But yeah, I finally figured that out. It was just a bunch of screwing around with settings. It was a huge mess. I also did experiment with adding like a red point light where the enemy was. I didn't like how it looked though, but I might come back to that. This is just like to block out light from coming in outside, although I don't. So yeah, um, that's basically what I've done. It's just been mostly adding graphics, tweaking a lot of things. I think my next step will be probably fine tuning the particle effects of the enemy. Um, and just continuing to build the levels and stuff. Also, I do need to make the graphics for like the holder thing there. And yeah, but I'm pretty happy with where the game's at right now. I feel like I've made quite a lot of progress um, since I started making this. So I'm really happy with where it's at right now, and I'm excited to keep expanding on it. Um, so yeah, I think I'm not sure how big I'm gonna make the map for this game, but I want to add an element of backtracking, right? So like you have to open this door, maybe go over there, do some stuff over that way, go back another way, then you come all the way back here, open something up here so you can get something over here to then go back to where you were and open something so then you could get a thing to open something over in this path over here. You know, like I want there to be a lot of backtracking and stuff because I like kind of like um Resident Evil. Like I played I think it was Resident Evil 2 I played. There was so much of like going back to areas where you were previously in, and I think it's kind of cool. Um, so yeah, but that's what I did. I'm trying to think if I missed anything. Candles were pretty simple to do. Um, yeah, I think honestly that's about it. I guess I'll just end this with the gameplay that I have now, and I'll just shut up for a bit. Hello, Future Harrison here. So, for whatever reason, my OBS is not picking up sound, so, I'm not going to show gameplay, because it's kind of stupid without sound. But you basically saw everything that there was anyway, just without the sounds, unfortunately. But I'll try to get that working for the next video. But thanks for watching. Bye.